guys, and welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you've been here before. So this video is a very beginner style because I have never even done this before, so this is beginner, a first for all of us. So this is just a video about painting, but giving you ideas of what to paint. Because the first thing, the easiest thing that you would think to do is, oh, just go on Pinterest. But if you don't know what to search, you know, problem number one. And then also, you don't really want to be copying someone else's work. So going onto Pinterest and seeing stuff is all fun and games, but it's better to use the idea and the technique and the style to make something your own, because you don't want to be copying someone else. So these are the supplies that I have got. So this is a canvas. This is a canvas you can buy at P&A or Crafters Inn. That's option number one. Option number two is to buy a book with just pieces that you can paint in it. We are using acrylic paint, so it's important to buy a type of board that can take acrylic paint. Then the paint, obviously. This little dishy to mix the paint on. We've got our paint brushes. And then some water mixed with a tiny little drop of sunlight liquid. I put that on a toilet paper, and then I've got some extra toilet paper here. Ruler, pencil, eraser, colors. I've just got the primary colors and black and white. Very important for creativity. Yeah. So for this video, because I'm going to be explaining a couple of different styles, I didn't want to buy a canvas for every single one. So instead I am going to use one of these sheets for each exercise. Wow, okay. So we're really not off to a good start, but we'll put that at the back. So I think the easiest thing to start with is geometric shapes and blocks and very easy, simplistic style. So the words that I searched on Pinterest were blocks, abstract, squiggles, geometric. So here are some images of ideas of what I drew inspo from to create this piece. I don't know what the piece is yet, so we're doing this together. Okay, so this is a number one. So very like random blocks with squiggly lines. Easy colors, not a lot of expertise needed to do this. This one, very simple, a little bit more like color blocking, using opposite colors here, and then this cool black and white, that's a cool one. Another very abstract, funny block things with a couple of lines and a couple of dots. So that seems like a type of like style. Funny blobs with lines and dots, because that was the same as this one. Was also lines and squiggles and blobs and dots. So this is a little bit more geometric than the previous two, which were a little bit more like blobs. Okay, so I've got a bit of inspo, and that's all, because I don't want to look at it too much and like copy it. So I just got a bit of inspo, and yeah, I don't even want to think too much. I'm just gonna like go and then like hope for the best. Okay, so step number one is figure out the color palette that I want to do. I think I want to do beige, baby pink, and that's all. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to mix paint, but this is how I'm mixing paint. I need a lot of creativity with this one. But yeah, I don't know. Take it, Roxanne Martin 2020. Abstract art is go with the flow and figure it out as you go along. Quote that, trademark. Okay, this is so exciting. Okay, this is what we've got so far, and I think what I want to do is make another blob thing over here and then do like a circle thing around it with this gold super-sized glitter glue. That is my plan. Just go for it. That's what we've got so far, and then I'm going to do gold squiggles around it. Oh, there were dots. There were little dots. What colour should I do the dots in? I think I'm going to add more white to the pink. That's quite cool. That's making like a texture. I like that. I like it. I don't know how many to do because I don't want it to be too much. It looks a bit like a rain cloud now though, doesn't it? Oh well, but with the gold abstract-y vibes, it'll be fine. Okay, that's enough. I don't want to do too many. Okay, so the next idea that I have for how to make something easy but make it like nice is also a block or a couple of blocks, and then something like a plant. Okay, so like I would say go and find a blaartjie that you can trace, that you can paint over. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep the background, let that dry, and while it's drying I'm going to go and find a blaartjie that I can trace. So I'm going to show you some inspo. So this is number one. This is quite definitely different color scheme to what I was doing before. But this, you can see the plant is in white. So like random blob color in the back. There's another little blob over there actually, blob, and then the plant. So there's a cactus plant. So this is kind of what I was thinking in terms of the plant, like a silhouette vibe. That's also really nice. Now that's a bit more abstract, so that's kind of using the previous one and adding in a plant vibe as well. That's a bit hectic for me. I don't think I like that. And I'm going to turn this off now because I don't want to be distracted by that. I want to make my own. I've still got pink here and I really like this pink, so I think I like the circle, so I think I might do a pink circle. I'm just trying to look for something that's a circle that I can trace. I'm going to do a pink circle, just the outline of a circle, and then see from there. Okay, so I want this plant, but I feel quite bad to chop the plant, but what can you do? Hi guys, welcome back. It's the next day. You can see I've tidied up a little bit, swapped the wine for water because it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But yeah, so my pieces are dry now. So this is the other one, and then this one. So now I get to do the fun stuff, which for me is the glitter and the gold. That's the fun stuff for me. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to do another squiggle and then a squiggle here. Let me just practice with this stuff. Cool! I don't know how I feel about this one. It came a little bit oblong on the side, but I really like the squiggles there at the bottom. So now I just need to leave this one to dry really nicely. Okay, now with this one, I can't decide if I want to put it like this or like this. I think I'm going to do it straight, but like a little bit of like a bendy vibe. And then also, I don't know if I'm going to trace it because that seems like a bit of a mission. But I think I have to. Okay, so next we're moving to something a little bit more advanced. So the next suggestion that I have is look at photos that you have taken or photos that friends have taken that you really enjoy and that they give you permission to copy or take inspiration from, and especially photos of nature, so mountain ranges, sunsets, sea landscape vibes. So I'm going to show you the inspo that I've got off Pinterest. Okay, so to start us off, we've got this cool like path road vibe. So that's really, really cool. So the idea with this is to cartoon eyes, or you know, just make it a whole lot simpler, and yeah, because we're not all Picasso, you know. So this is like a more urban vibes. So obviously most of these are actually done in Photoshop and just like made a cartoon version, but we're going to be painting the idea. This I really like. This reminds me of those little huisiekies in, where's it, Cork Bay or Fishhook or wherever it is, Muizenberg, don't even know. This I think is the most common to do. I think this I would recommend most people to start with because it's so simple and it's such cool colors. So we've got the sea and then the mountains. Even if you were just to do that piece in nice pink and beige and orange, I think that would be really nice. This is a more blocky version of the same thing. Yeah, this is another one that's really, really nice. I think this is the nicest thing for to do, the easiest thing. that you don't really need a picture inspo. This was the one that I used before as well. So I'm going to show you the photo that I'm using. So this is the photo that I'm using. This is a photo very special to me. It was taken at one of my favorite restaurants, 96 Winery Road in Stellenbosch, which me and Palmer go to regularly, so that's like special for us. But this photo was actually taken when I was with one of my best friends, Fenya, and this was like a really beautiful night. That was like one of the highlights of our friendship. So yeah, so this is the photo that I am going to be using. I'm going to leave it up here for inspo, and then I've sketched it out in pencil here in the meantime, and I've already mixed these colors as well. Yes, I'm so excited for this. I feel like I'm going to be good at the blending because of makeup. How it's looking so far. I just want to blend that out. Look at the paint on my nail. I want to blend that out a little bit more. But yeah, the only thing is I started quite high up, so there's not much sky to happen here, but that's okay. I'm just concerned that this is the color I'm working with. I'm really going to have to add a lot of white and yellow to lighten it up a bit now. Hello. If you have and if you're nearby, if you have wine and if you're nearby, okay, bye. Wine delivery. So, remember yesterday when I said I would be good at blending?
I feel like I'm gonna be good at the blending.
Ich bel die politie! Ich bel die politie! Ich bel die politie! Bel die politie! Bel die politie!
Turns out I'm not good at blending. I'm terrible at blending. So, if you look at, there's a really nice piece here between the orange and the blue. So, also, maybe if I'd have taken my own advice about making things easier, I said to do like blocks. This is kind of what I was intending on doing. Why did I do a sunset with blending when I don't know how to blend? Why? I don't know. These are the answers that we will never know. But anyway, it is what it is. We're here now. I'll probably gift this to my gran because she will think anything I do is amazing. So, and it's Saturday, so I'm drinking wine at, what time is it? Like 1:30. Okay, so the last example that I've got is, this was now meant to be the more difficult one out of the bunch, but I think it's still going to be easier than the previous one because of the blending. So the difficult part of this is the drawing part. Once you've got the sketch part, then I think it'll be quite easy, but also, I mean, previously things that I thought would be easy weren't actually easy, but I think it'll be quite easy. So this is the picture that I'm using. This is my friend Dom, and I've already sketched it out here. So I've got the door, and then I didn't draw the pink blommies, the fuchsia blommies, but I'll obviously paint them in. So yeah, and then the technique is that like cartooning vibe. So I'll give you an example of, I mean, you'll definitely have seen it around, it's very common, more likely to be done in Photoshop than like painted, but I think it's just an easier way of painting because it's very like solid colors and not too much detail. I think this is the one that I'm most excited to do.